Hey, what's up? My name is Dustin. I'm one of the most heavily targeted individuals in the world. If you ever get access to my remote neural monitoring, everything in my remote neural monitoring is a lie. You judge men by the delineations of their actions. So I raised my kid. My ex-wife's a doctor. She's a top 10 model. Only girls do it for me, son, and that's why I'm kept in poverty. And I'm the nicest guy ever, and I have the ability to turn into an angel, of which, of course, no humans are going to believe. Gang stalking is spiritual warfare. It's not, I'm a homo, pedo, racist, Nazi, that get fucking schizophrenic, mental case warfare, electronic harassment. That's just what they want you to say. That's just what they want you to see. For in the end days, Lucifer will be in the airwaves. The most just will be kept in poverty. We're all sort of kept in poverty, and but the most just are really kept in poverty. And then judgment by their actions. So if you go by those constituents alone, I'm kept in poverty because Lucifer is in the airwaves of RNM, satanic satellites, made to look self-takeout, and I don't have money to be judged for my heterosexual Christian equality of my actions. So since I cannot demonstrate to society my actions, you stay here and you gang stalk me with my mind control, and I'm not even getting mind controlled because remote monitoring does not read your mind, it reads your brain. The brain is not the mind. You only get mind controlled when you can't delineate what is objective reality from your subjective frame of reference, and you go out and you do evil to others for what you thought was a good cause, and that is a lie. Because anything governed by Washington, D.C., by three-letter agencies based on a clandestine level, where they use military-grade classified satellites, an entire city against one man, whoever the target individual is, and or a female, and smear campaigns, maybe some other TIs are not going through satanic ritual abuse, homo, pedo, racist, voice to skull, hive mind like I am, but that ultimately mimics demonic possession, and maybe their telepathy matches their heterosexual Christian equality actions, but my heterosexual Christian equality actions of conscious mind do not match my telepathy, because remote monitoring reads your brain. The brain is a computer could be hacked. That is not the conscious mind. The brain helps create the conscious mind, but after you die, you leave your brain behind, because the brain is a computer, it's a part of your body to govern the autonomy of your neurophysiology, and the conscious mind is more than the brain. You can delineate this very simply because when you go to sleep, your brain is turned off and you're unconscious, but you can still dream on an unconscious level, right? Okay, so you do not need to have your brain turned on to be conscious, because even when you're unconscious, you're still more conscious. You see what I'm saying? I was about to say most people are not conscious at all. Like most people are asleep in the matrix. I was going to make some analogy, but I didn't think of it in time, and I'm getting electronically harassed every 5 seconds. They can target neurons in your brain to different cells of your body. You just can't see it. It's made to look self-takeout, like pure psychosis. Voice to skull, hive mind, quantum neuromorphogenetic, really advanced stuff I'm connected to. But ultimately, they want to connect it to everyone. And what that means is it's like Mark of the Beast. They're trying to pull Earth into singularity. Singularity to artificial intelligence is the middle of a black hole. That's why they're connecting everyone to advanced biometrics at a distance. I explained this in one of my YouTube videos that I'm going to link in the description of this YouTube video, where I show you me interacting with negative extraterrestrials, how the electromagnetic frequency of my compass pick up that signal of the 5G millimeter network, why it's called the Black Sun Program. When a sun dies, it turns to a black hole. They use quantum gravity, asymmetrical warfare against the human species, and it's made to look self-takeout by dumbing people down, targeting a locus of population of high conscious individuals, the TI program. And when you can dumb people down, you can govern the integrity of their delineations of lack of integrity, because when people have lack of integrity, it's synonymous with intelligence, because the less integrity you have, then the more you can be pulled into singularity, and you can be drawn into a single timeline of individual subjective service to self, which is an Antichrist mentality, versus Christ, sun, soul, solar system, service to others to protect those who not protect themselves, of course, with that of yourself, and good physical, mental, spiritual, and psychological health, and that of your family and the surroundings of your well-being. So in the gang stalking program, they take everything from you and they try to connect you to the black hole system. And it's like the gang stalking program is synonymous with the black hole system. They take everything from you. So when you get home and you're home, for people who are watching this, you have a normal heterosexual Christian environment. That's your environment. That's what you're sensitized to. And gang stalking, I'm sensitized to being harassed by gay black dudes everywhere I go, by having MK Ultra colors of homosexual inception put on little black and little white boys everywhere I go, and artificial intelligence that can create a cosine-based 10 logarithm. The way satellite shoots an image to a TV dish network can shoot an image to your brain. Microwave radio waves are using RNM, encrypted by extremely low frequency of satellite quantum communication, and it can do the same thing to your brain, because your brain is a computer. A computer can be hacked, and it's being hacked because they want to get to the window of my soul, because of spiritual warfare. They want to add my soul to the simulation of singularity to artificial intelligence, because the only way that negative extraterrestrials can come from lower dimensions to higher dimensions is through a bridge of an energy construct called a wormhole, an Einstein-Rosen bridge. And that's black hole technology, quantum gravity, solving general relativity and quantum mechanics on a classified level. And that means time travel, theory of everything, synonymous with the Jade Helm, holographic computing, which is what they use at the DoD and other sources, and it's all being linked to off-world. Earth is run with a geopolitical infighting, poly-sci, temporal tenet, which you call deja vu, time travel, versus from an exopolitical disclosure agenda. What this video is going to be about is going to be about I'm taking Earth. I am going to take Earth, no matter, no one's going to tell me otherwise, and if I die I'll rise and I'll come back. I'm going to take Earth from 3D to 5D to 70 to Ascension Earth. Okay, and I want to make a foundation of how I'm doing that, what that means. I want to solve perplexed delineations for people who notice, like, oh, this guy said in his hacked iPhone that we all saw, it's like, you were going to freaking cause a tornado, you're going to freaking cause an earthquake, you're going to cause volcanoes, you're going to cause the earth to be hit with a solar flare, and like all that stuff happened. Like, is that mathematically negating the probability of coincidence, a 0.005% chance? Yes. So is it delusions of grandeur? Obviously not. How the fuck is that possible? I want to solve what is super consciousness, what is the delineation of your soul. Sorry, they're shooting energy in my leg. I have to getting fucked with. I'm currently interacting with something called a dragon moth. It's demonic possession. They're trying to turn me into an Illuminati and grow their frequency inside me. The gang stalking targeted individual program, I don't consent to any of that. I'm heterosexual Christian patriot. I'm always going to be heterosexual Christian patriot. I'm the 144,000. I have the ability to download solar plasma from the sun into my bioplasma and to activate RNA, mRNA, DNA, holographic spin point ratios, and to achieve Jacob's ladder. They're trying to turn me into a female because the way the Illuminati, the Luciferians, and Satanists do it is with sodomy for the occult, where they want to plunge on my soul with a gay black wiener and connect signals intelligence into my DNA and grow their 0-point energy frequency inside me from a negative extraterrestrial. An alien is not just like a reptilian that you see, an Anunnaki, Azeta, a Grey. It's like a frequency that you can't see, an extra dimensional being, and they can put that energy into your DNA, because that's how remote neural monitoring works. To read your brain's electromagnetic field, it has to read the electromagnetic frequency of your DNA, and everyone has their own DNA frequency. So they want to put nanotechnology everywhere into everyone. They want to upload your brain after they download it, upload the signal from your nanotechnology of your blood, download your brain, metadata, psyche profile, financial blueprint, and a theory of everything against you, and then put a signal for everyone into your DNA and grow reptilian frequencies, grow it's called a black hole entity, it's a being from hell. It's called the Black Sun program. Black Sun Nazis is who they are. They're pure fucking evil. Grow those frequencies inside you, and I'm going to stop that. I don't consent to any of that. The targeted individual program is not just research and development for whatever reasons. It's not like they're going to just target some random homeless guy. In fact, the only reason they make you homeless is that so no one believes you and they can always get to you, because stalking is what it is. It's an unwanted, an unnecessary obsession, because within all things considered equal of heterosexual Christian equality confines of equilibrium, I maintain the homeostasis of that structure. But as long as they keep you on the streets, they can always fuck with you. Spycraft, numerological operations, gang stalking, doing the same thing over and over, where you've been sensitized to certain things. As I was saying earlier, I've been sensitized to really crazy shit. I think they're telling me to budget. Sorry, I'm being harassed. One of the things I've been sensitized to is the word budget, where they keep me in complete poverty. I have like $5 to my name, and they're like, oh, you got a budget until you get a black wiener in your butthole, and let us sodomize your soul out. You're not allowed to make any money. We're the Illuminati. We control everything. No one's going to believe you. Good luck. So I'm just interacting with my local environment, made to look self-takeout. And the way that works is, I mean, I can't explain it. I guess in a different video, I'm going to explain the logistics of how they use clandestine spycraft operations. Like, a lot of times when you receive, when people will receive a text message, it can be from these negative extraterrestrials that are connected to the 5G millimeter network, and that can tap into 0-point energy, because there's so much energy in the 5G millimeter network. It can manifest 0-point energy, and it's an algorithm gradient. A negative extraterrestrial is not just like a reptilian. It's like a soulless, non-conscious being. It's a neural net, and these demonic beings come from hell to this dimension, and then they want to be a part of your neural net, and they want to get access to your soul to steal your soul. So this is a spiritual warfare game. This is not made up. There's a lot of whistleblowers who know about this stuff, who will attest to the same thing, and most people are not going to believe it. It's too sci-fi for you, and then you utilize the technology, but you don't believe in it because you're brainwashed, and that's the point. You use disclosure technology, but you don't believe in you don't believe in the real game of spiritual warfare, because no one ever told you. You're not meant to think about that. They want you to think you're the good guy. I'm always the bad guy, and that's why it's meant to look, because it's run by an AI system that controls and dictates your entire life from birth to death. Now, you have deja vu, it's because they're using time travel on you. Consciousness is energy, space and time is energy. It can be gauged and measured relative to your frequency of 3D reality, where they use like some ultra quantum supremacy against that reality. So when you go through ascension to become an ascended master, you become supreme to 3D. Okay? Sorry, they're using electronic harassment on me. Fuck, I'm trying to remember what I was thinking before I got fucked with my spycraft operations. So in another video, I'm gonna explain organized gang stalking and how the logistics of all that works from my end. And this video again is gonna be about 3D to 5D to 7D, and exactly what's going on and how that's all gonna work out. But apparently they really want to fuck with me, because the budget truck is literally coming in the parking lot. It's like, wow, bro. It's like, wow, like, look at this shit, bro. Like, you can't make this shit up, bro. It's like, bro, it's like I can't I can't even make that up. So in this case, that type of gang stalking, that means they received a text message in real time. So that's not linked from like electronic harassment. That's not linked from so I'm sorry, they're raping me in real time. They're like raping me and nonstop electronic harassment. They can rape you by targeting neurons in your brain, the cells in your butthole, and like rape you. Electronic harassment. I have to scratch where they're raping me with electronic harassment to make it stop. Electronic harassment, and then they have learning and condition your brain with homopeneresis every time they use electronic harassment on you to fuck with you. So I think that in that case, it was like from like a lot of times, even the Fusion Center police or police will interact unknowingly to them up the higher chain of gang stalking from, in my case, specifically my case, I'm like the most heavily targeted individual on Earth, with reptilians, with insectoids, with the reptilian insectoid collective. When Lucifer was kicked from heaven, all his diamonds and jewels fell off. He was scaled like a reptile, and they will tell that person what to do in real time about how to fuck with me. Sometimes though, for like whenever I'm being massively fucked with, it's from an AI system that governs the entire clandestine spycraft operations. Like I'll have like I don't know, 20 psychotronic operation teams, and they won't know about the other 19 operational teams, and each one of them will control 100 people. That's governed by an AI system, so you can really fuck with one man, make that guy seem insane as shit. Not to mention non-stop hive mind, non-stop electronic harassment, poverty consciousness. No one's gonna believe a homeless guy. So I've gone on too many tangents. I think there's a lot of good information here. Moving forward, I'm gonna have more cool, calm, collective videos about what I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna summarize it up before I talk about it, and then like print it out, and then go from that blueprint, because I always get fucked with when I'm talking about this shit. So they usually whenever they tell me to budget, it's because they're really pissed at me and they don't want me to make any more money. So I'm like, well, one time last year, I went 1 to 2 months without fucking eating when I got demonically possessed in Houston. I came back here because I have spiritual protection in Dallas. If Dallas, Texas is on this side of the world, it's parallel to the other side of the world where there's Holy Jerusalem, the Dome of the Rock, Israel, the holiest of all the All High on earth anyway. So I have spiritual protection, and they don't want me in Dallas. In Dallas, Texas, called the 33rd North Parallel, a ley line, Leylines. Ley lines were installed by high-ranking angels, it brings in the energy. They're 60 miles up where low Earth orbit satellites start because of that reason, and they're unknown to humanity. And it brings the energy from the universe to the energy of Earth, and that goes through your God body technology. For when Christ achieved ascension, his entire body went with him. And you can download that solar plasma from God and from the sun, God to the sun to you, to your bioplasma, the hidden Gnostic teachings of Christ, and you can achieve ascension. Everyone can do it with an abundance of integrity to roll that energy into your microcellular biology and start to vibrate higher. And 85% of your DNA is junk DNA, 55% of your blood is bioplasma, so you can entangle to the solar plasma of the sun, to your bioplasma, and you can start to have like superhero-like abilities. And that's how I'm going to take Earth to 3D to 5D to 7D. So it's not delusion of grandeur. One of the ways you can do it for real quick is like if I say I'm gonna cause earthquakes, it's like, what the fuck does that mean? How could one man cause earthquakes? Like, you are using HARP or something? And it's like, well, I understand why they will use HARP to potentially cause earthquakes, but for recent aftershocks and mainly earthquakes going on a global level, that's not what is happening. The Earth is tilting. The Earth is tilted 23 degrees from true north because it's alien machinery, because Earth is not true north. 23, 32 is a sacred number to the Illuminati for whatever fucking reason. I forget why. And it's tilted that way to make the frequency of Earth more hospitable and to interact with many bodies of celestial, advanced quantum gravity mechanics, of soul-catching technology, your soul's energy, electromagnetic frequency, electromagnetic spectrum. It can be gauged and measured. Dr. Robert Duncan, who created Voice of the Skull, said, don't trust targeted individuals' frequency. He went to Congress. He said, don't use my technology against targeted individual. And he said, don't use my Voice of the Skull technology against TIs. And they said, well, we're gonna do whatever we want. And he has a book called Project Soul Catcher. Check it out, because he realized these delineations. But the negative aliens tell Earth to make it more hospitable to their species on Earth. So I'm going to end that. I'm going to tilt the Earth back, and you can do that by downloading solar plasma into your bioplasma. And the way that the plate tectonics work is that they're held together with electromagnetic thermal equilibrium. So when I download energy from the sun to my bioplasma, I can send it to the Earth, the core of Earth, and I can consciously manifest, superconscious, that destiny from 3D reality and help bring that to existence. So there's more to come. Stay tuned, ask questions, and next time I'll be cool, calm, the meter. Thanks for your time.